Yo, YouTube, what's going on, baby? Back again with another Outnumbered but Outplayed video. So today we got Ras and we got Hal. First we're gonna do Ras, then we'll do Hal. So in this clip right here, man, like I said, Ras is a GOAT in the Apex Legends community. He's known for, being able to position himself well in fights, his 1v3 ability, and his aim, obviously, for sure, right? The one thing Ras I feel like abuses the most is his positioning and his game sense, like just knowing where players are gonna be and what they're gonna do. I think like his game sense is, among the best, if not, like top five in players in my opinion. Like he knows where players are gonna be, what they're gonna do, and he's just like steps ahead, right, when it comes to that kind of thing. So in this clip right here, man, he drops like I think 20 kills, or just about 20 kills, just in frags. And he does it literally all from one building for the most part. And like I said, guys, positioning, game sense, and awareness. Hours and upon hours of time put into the game, looking at other players and studying them. And knowing where spots are and what players normally do in certain buildings, right? Like, so Ras does this very well. Guys, if you like this fucking kind of content, man, let me know. Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like this video. As always, let's get into it. All right, so that portal, that's his portal, right? He made that portal to go back towards streamer building, okay? So this is when things get real juicy. Takes portal and these guys follow. Like I said, for Wraith players, this is just one-on-one, right? Bait. Just baiting players to go wherever you want them to go. So you see there's 4 players down low. He tries to do as much damage as he can, maybe get a kill, but he just wasn't successful. But he changes levels quick. Sees his solo octane by himself. Easy cleanup. Instantly phases because he doesn't know he's weary of somebody dropping on him, which, like I said, just happened, right? Luckily that guy was healing, wasn't able to shoot at him. Like I said, he's just taking his time, right? Knowing when to be aggressive and when not to be. Knowing when to push the gas and when to pull off, right? So he's back in this building right here. If you notice, there's so many boxes in this building, and they all pretty much came from him. Now, you're gonna see something very, very important here. Right there. This is the same horizon he shot first floor. I want you guys to pay attention to this. This is something that a lot of players abuse, which is putting a little bit of shots in an enemy if you have the ability to redirect yourself in a different area, right? So he was able to just shoot her just enough to where she has to look at where she's getting shot from, right? That takes the attention off of him because, okay, he shoots her 1 to 2 times and then he, boom, repositions, right? Goes up top. So while she's looking that way, he's already repositioning himself in the better spot, right? 1, 2, boom. 3rd floor. Now, boom. Looks down on her, she's clueless. Easy kill. Right? She's clueless, right? Him being able to get her attention and then reposition really quickly, right? He's not trying to outshoot her on the same level, because he understands that maybe he could outshoot her on that same level, right? But if there's multiple players around him, he needs to be in a better situation, a better spot to be able to handle what else might come his way. He's thinking ahead. He's not just thinking in the moment of okay, let me kill her. He's thinking about the other players around him and what might happen, right? Game sense and awareness and just knowing what might happen. Finishes that, gets a quick shield swap.
Enemy taken out.
Repositions again, right? He got shot in the back, so he repositions. Cracks the rev. That's a one-on-one. Wins his one-on-one. Repositions. Smart play here is to just take height and gets a shield swap. Uses this Gibby bubble to his advantage. Now notice he didn't drop right here in the middle. If he dropped in the middle, he could have got shot from this Gibby, who may have stopped the res. Then he could have got shot from the Lobo over here to his left. But instead, he chooses to stick it right here behind this wall, behind this little bit of cover. As a Wraith player or like maybe an Octane player, when you crouch, your hitbox becomes smaller and it's harder for players to hit you, right? Gets behind this, crouches, easy picks on this guy who doesn't even probably hear him or know he's right there, right? Still has this as cover. This is a better spot than jumping straight here in the open in the middle. This is just things that you think about, like you don't even think about anymore. He knew this just because he used to think about this, right? He's done it so much that it's muscle memory. Boom, easy. Takes his time. Throws the Lobo's shots off. Easy kill. He hears a res, so what does he do? He's looking for it. Takes his time and he's just healing. Like I say, he's knowing when to be aggressive, when to push on the gas, and when to pull off, right? He had an easy kill on this rev earlier, so he knows it's going to be pretty easy to kill him again. But he's just no worries. So right now he's got 16 kills, 2 squads left, and he's got everything he needs. That's pretty much it. I mean, he wins this game. There's only 2 guys left. He gets a Kraber and he easily kills these guys. But just those 16 kills in frags. I mean, like I said, you take away from that positioning, his game sense, just knowing where players are probably going to be and where they're going to kind of end up, right? Knowing when to be aggressive and when not to be, when to push on the gas, when to pull off, right? Like I said, a lot of these pro players or high level players, don't have to be pros, do this to a lot of players, man. You're gonna notice it when I break down many more players in the future. But if you go back and look at my old videos, Taishin does it very well. You know, Hal does it. All these guys do it. So this next video we're gonna look at really quick, man, is it's a quick clip. It's an Imperial Hal clip. Pretty sure you've probably seen this already. Same thing. Positioning. Keeping height over people, especially in this game, is super important, because when you force a player to take a zip or climb, it takes the gun out of their hand for however long they have to do what they have to do. And if you already have your gun out and you have height, I mean, that's easy beams if you hit your shots, right? So these players know that. I mean, that's just an FPS like thing. You just know. So let's look at this. This is just a quick clip. So quick 1v3. He knocks him, gets him out the way. He's getting pushed. So I want you to look at this. Look at what he doesn't do. Most players in this situation who shred somebody like this, their first immediate thought is to dart straight at him and kill him, right? But what that does is, if he does that, it exposes like this gap right here between this and this gap. Whoever is over here to the left can easily just shoot him if he crosses. You just never know, right? So he takes his time. Like I said, knowing when to push, when not to push. Takes his time, and he's getting information. He's getting angles, and he's getting LOS, which is line of sight, right? So just that quick movement, a quick move to the left. He sees the Pathfinder here. He sees the guy. He has one shot right here in front of him. chooses to get a little bit of damage on this guy right here, right? Chooses to get a little damage on him because one, he wants to maybe let that guy know, look, yo, I see you. Two, if he does a little bit of damage, that guy might back off and he can continue his 1v1. Sees this guy right here. All right, so right now it's 3v1. He's surrounded, right? Bloodhound behind him, Pathfinder to his left, and the Lifeline he got one shot is in front of him. But she's healing right now. Like I said, he's keeping constant height, and he's just getting angles. He's getting angles and he's getting inflammation. This guy climbs up. Easy, one click. Same Pathfinder. He realizes he's flesh. And what he doesn't do, give up his spot, which is probably the better spot to be in, and go straight for the guy that he has one shot. He's got two dudes one shot already. Not once did he push straight at him, right? Knowing when to push, when not to push. Easy. One clip, both of them. Like I said, they're climbing up. They got no guns out. They're climbing, no guns. You keep height, you get that result as long as you hit your shots. Now it's a 1v1. Now he moves from that spot and he gets height again. Easy. Easy. Just like that, right? Keep height. Positioning. Knowing when to push, when not to push. Knowing when to be aggressive, when not to be aggressive. Getting angles. Being able to see what's going on around you. Not just being like singular focused on one thing that's going on. Like I said, guys, if you add these things to your game, go back, look at your VODs. If you stream, go back, ask your friends when they're watching you, like, hey man, you know, what do you see when I'm playing that I'm not seeing, right? Don't be afraid to do that. Don't be afraid to be vulnerable because that's how you grow, okay? Don't be afraid to be like, to look at your failures because that's honestly how you get better. A lot of these players like Hal and Ras and all these guys that we look up to, they weren't the best when they first started, and there's probably still a lot of things they need to work on. But the fact that they're not afraid to be open about, like, yo, this is what I need to work on, this is what I suck at, that's why they are as good as they are. So remember that, guys, when you're trying to get better. Don't be afraid to be open and vulnerable. It'll help you grow. I promise you. Take these things into your gameplay, man. Next time you play, let me know in the comments how it works out for you, man. Prodigy, I'm out.